So there's a guy I follow on Twitter, X. Or I did follow him. Followed him for maybe a few years. And he seemed to be very successful. And his thing was, I think I never even knew. It was like helping people access capital through their life insurance policies. I don't know how it worked. He never explained it, and I just never knew what he did, even though he seemed to be a very successful guy. I followed him for 3 years. I just never got it. So I want to tell you, if you're following me and you're seeing how I help dads at Isle of Fitness, like crush amazing transformations or get amazing results, I'm going to tell you exactly how I help my dads do it. And if you are a dad carrying 40 pounds plus and you are done spinning your wheels and you know that you're not getting anywhere by yourself, you may be interested in hiring me, a professional that focuses my business on helping dads carrying 40 pounds plus make comebacks that feel great and stick. So what do I broadly do to help dads that is different from diet and exercise, right? What most dads do, and what most people do, but I'm just going to focus on dads, okay? What most dads do when they are struggling with their weight is they will do a diet. And a diet is a short-term strategy, whereas if you are a dad carrying 40 pounds plus, you want to lose, big goal, you want to lose 40 pounds plus and keep it off. A diet is a short-term strategy that is typically miserable, very restrictive, sometimes extreme, that is not sustainable, definitely not enjoyable, not effective, and will never get you to that place. It is never going to get you to the place where you lose 40 pounds plus and you keep it off. Never going to happen. So whether this is keto or carnivore or intermittent fasting or juicing or meal replacement shakes, stuff like that, weight loss challenges, any means necessary, never sustainable, always yo-yo, back and forth, right? That is what most dads do. And you're not successful because you are using a short-term strategy that is also miserable, that is 10 stepping stones away from where you want to be. They don't work. They don't work for your goal. If you are a bodybuilder and you want to shred, 30 pounds in 6 weeks through whatever, so that you are show worthy for a competition, okay. But if you are a busy dad and you're carrying 40 pounds plus and you're feeling like shit, low to zero energy, low on confidence, low on hope, diets are not the answer. So what do I do instead? How do I help those dads that you see achieve amazing results? What I do with my 12-week program, my launch program, that has not changed in over 3 years, except better in delivery, hopefully. The fundamentals have remained the same. Broadly speaking, I help my dads build and strengthen habits that are conducive to a healthy, fit life. So if you think about your situation and you're interested in my stuff, and if you're like how I was, my habits led me to clinical obesity over 2.5 years. 40 pounds in 2.5 years, okay? My habits, my choices, my habits led me to that place. Your habits have led you to where you are, carrying 40 pounds plus over a number of years, and you feel like shit. So instead of using a short-term miserable strategy like a diet, a restrictive diet, what I help my dads do is create, build, strengthen helpful habits that train you leaner, fitter, stronger, healthier, happier over 12 weeks. And 12 weeks is a solid chunk of time to do the deeper work, create these habits, bed them in, and then you've got it. Whether we work together for 12 weeks or longer, you have the blueprint on where to get to where you want to be. So let's say you're 270 pounds, you're a 48-year-old dad, 270 pounds, you know, you're whatever height you are, all right? Let's say you're 6 foot. You want to be 180 pounds. That is a, you know, good, healthy weight range. At the upper limit, down the road. So that is a 90-pound swing. If you only spend 12 weeks hiring me to help you do this, you will have a blueprint that is sustainable, that is effective, that is enjoyable, that will take you all the way there. And that's one of the most valuable components of my service. It doesn't change fundamentally after 12 weeks. It is the same blueprint going from 270 to 240, 240 to 210, etc. 210 to 190. The same fundamentals, the same principles. So what are those principles? Okay, what are those habits? Getting fresh air and sunshine, getting out for walks. Do you do that enough? Drinking water, drinking plenty of water, not drinking your calories, getting plenty of protein in your diet, prioritizing sleep. Instead of laughing at cat memes on Instagram, you go to bed an hour earlier or half an hour earlier and getting good quality sleep. You're practicing how to say no thank you to offers of delicious treats that don't align with your highest goals. Because as working adults, as busy dads, working dads, we have the disposable income to buy delicious shit at any point of the day. So the point is building discipline to say no thank you to all those offers of treats. I help my dads practice saying internal, shut the fuck up, get the fuck out. When you have that inner monologue that's saying, come on, John, you deserve to drink 3 cups of lard or eat 4 bowls of ice cream. You've been good all week. You're on a mission yourself. Monday through Friday, you're decent. You blow it all up at the weekends. Getting a handle on nutrition. If you are a 6 foot dad in, you know, a 6 foot adult male, your daily maintenance is probably something like, don't quote me exactly, but something like 22 to 2,400 calories a day. You are likely smashing 3,500 calories a day easy. I help my dads get a handle on nutrition by tracking what you're eating for 12 weeks. And we keep everything in. I want you to have treats. I want you to have carbs. I want you to have beer. I want you to have ice cream. But not at a level which compromises your health, your fitness, your well-being. And when you're on a program, you are operating at a higher intensity. But when we stop working together, that intensity, while it drops a bit, you've built the habits to keep going. And your habits trained you leaner, fitter, healthier, stronger. And one of the amazing things about the work that I do is when you start off with me, you're feeling like shit and you don't want to feel like shit anymore. You could be in a rut or rock bottom, lost, confused, hopeless about your future. That is one of the winning variables of this process. Because when I show you how to do this in a way that makes sense and is enjoyable and is sustainable, these changes that you make feel so fucking good, you never want to go back to how you're feeling before. Whereas if you do a miserable diet, you know, you can't wait to get off it. The process isn't sustainable. It's miserable. You're not able to have cheeseburgers. You're not able to have ice cream without triggering you into a binge. I help my Isle of Fitness dads build the discipline, create the habits to consume everything that they want to, everything that you want to, but in a way that doesn't lead to binging and yo-yoing back to where you started. Diets are a short-term strategy that will never get you to the place that you want to be. What I do with my dads is, we look at dietary changes. We look at regular exercise and activity, but we're also looking at your sleep, your steps, your snacking, walking, practicing those no thank yous, practicing those internal shut the fuck up, get the fuck outs. And we do that over the course of 12 weeks, and I support you all the way with good energy and love as a dad that has done this and has coached 127 other dads to date. But I'm also there to give you that boot up the arse when you need it, because you will. And I help keep you going for 12 weeks, and you crack your code on an enjoyable lifestyle that you can keep going if we're only working together for 12 weeks. So shout out to the guy that I followed on Twitter. Never understood what he did, never understood how he was successful. This is why my I Love Fitness dads get amazing results, make amazing changes that feel good and stick, because we've done the deep work once instead of yo-yoing in misery for years on short-term, miserable, restrictive methods that are never going to get you to where you want to be. A healthy, fit dad showing up at your best for your family. If you're a dad and you're carrying 40 pounds plus, you're interested in chatting to me, exploring, hiring me to help you get this done and save years of misery and add decades of high quality life to or high quality living to your life, DM me game plan and we'll have a chat. And it's not you DM me game plan and I'm like, give me your fucking credit card number. It's like, hey John, great to hear from you. Mind if I ask you a few questions to see if I'm a good fit? And we go from there. Cheers.